Hey everyone, welcome to Finding Tickers, where we discuss stocks that our community is trading. This episode is brought to you by FREIBA Watchlist, our signature trading service that shares a daily list of handpicked stocks, live trade alerts, trading strategies, portfolio reviews, market news, and much more, all to help you learn how to trade and become a better investor. So make sure you click the link below, subscribe today, and don't miss out on another opportunity. All right, let's get into some tickers. So here we have the SPY. Big down day on the SPY today. The SPY dropped 2%. Now, we did hit new all-time highs yesterday, so naturally you're potentially looking for some sort of a pullback. We got that and more. So the SPY had uh, opened relatively weak, actually. So when we look here at the price action, you had this immediate drop, right? So you had this opening kind of range here around that 477.50 and a push down to a low of 476, almost breaking under 476. And you had a pretty interesting bounce here, and then it kind of just consolidated here, uh, popped up back over VWAP, formed actually a bull flag here, and broke out. So that was actually a really nice setup to a high of 477.98. We were looking for the break of 478, if you recall from our last video, and we did not get it. These were off by 2 pennies, but nonetheless, we were looking for the break of 478. We didn't get that, and so the potential for the downside was there. And I spoke to all you guys about the 475 level to the downside, and that broke as well pretty aggressively. So you had this kind of downtrend, a series of relatively lower highs, and then finally this breakdown here to low day around that 476, and then a spike here around 2 o'clock, and then just a dump into the close. So a huge sell-off in the markets. We talked about this level here at 467.75, and that actually got hit in the after-hours session. And so we're going to keep an eye out on the SPY. There's a lot of potential for this to bounce back up, but that is an aggressive candle on the daily, and so it can easily stay in that downtrend, right? So the ideal level that we want the SPY to break with some strength is around 472.50. So what I'm gonna do here is just set a quick alert for that area, and I'll just use it as a gauge for the price action tomorrow. However, now that we're in this little consolidation range here at between 466 and 467, there's some pennies there, but that's an area of accumulation for the bulls. And today was a great continuation short, right? Didn't have the new high, so it was just kind of a textbook sell-off. But that is a SPY, and again, we're looking for a bounce after it gets out of this consolidation to a high of around 472.50, and then we'll look to see what happens from there if we get some continuation. And that is the SPY S&P 500 SPY. All right, next we're going to get into some of our watch lists as well as trades today, and then a bonus at the end, so stick around for that. So first ticker we're going to talk about is letter V, Visa. So we had this on the watch list this morning. We post our watch list before the market opens, just so you know what we're looking to trade, and you can kind of take the setups as you see fit. Obviously, the idea is to learn the strategies, right? And so we do teach folks, how we trade, and that can give you, an edge if you kind of follow and are use your discipline. And a lot of it is relatively simple to learn, but it's best to typically learn, kind of hands-on in a one-on-one environment. That way we make sure you get it. So, shoot us a message and we'll definitely help you out. So Visa. So we had the Visa on the watch list this morning. Financials have been pretty hot, and Visa is one of those kind of, flying on the radar type companies to where they're handle the payment rails for a lot of these banks, and so they're going to benefit with, this new more activity from the banks. So it's definitely an interesting proposition. Plus, Visa is doing some pretty interesting stuff with crypto, and so there is some bullish sentiment there as well. Now, we had this nice little pop here out of the open from the 222 level to the 223.50 level, and then a minor pullback, right? Consolidation here, and then a push higher. And so Visa was actually today 100% gainer today. So congratulations to everyone that took Visa. That was a great call. Now, in terms of the chart moving forward, Visa still looks relatively strong. You have this this downward channel here, or a falling wedge here, actually, that it broke out of. And so ideally, you're probably looking for some sort of retest of this downward trend here to kind of catch up with some of the moving averages, but that may not be the case right away. So, we are, in a pullback right now, but tomorrow could be totally different, right? So we'll play the price action as we see fit and just go from there. But that is the letter V, Visa. Now, in terms of levels, we want Visa to break the 222.10 tomorrow. All right, next we have CFVI. CFVI is a former runner, recent runner rather. As you can see from the chart here, it's a relatively newer ticker, and it went berserk recently. So we're looking at a curl here on the daily, and we got some nice bullish volume coming into this, you can see. And this today was an over 10% move. So you had this open around 1150 with a high of 1256. So it's about 10% on CFVI. So congratulations to everyone that was in this. We'll continue to watch this. As you can see here, it's suddenly here right at this 1175 level. So that previous resistance, right, is now becoming support, and so that looks pretty good. So we have some levels that we'll set here. Basically, the break of $12 is one level, and then we'll kind of go from there. I have 12.44 as well as 13.25, and we'll see what happens tomorrow. But that is CFVI. All right, next, let's get into the trade of the day. Alibaba. So Alibaba yesterday received some news in relation to a new investor, rather an investor that's doubled down on their position essentially, and that investor is Charlie Munger. That is the co-founder or partner of Berkshire Hathaway. That is Warren Buffett's right-hand man. Now you have this interesting play here yesterday. We actually talked about this yesterday in terms of scalping it for the break of 120, and that happened, which was okay. It didn't continue, broke down, but we got it with small profit. So today we were looking for a stronger move out of this to at least fill the gap, and we got that plus. So Alibaba was actually a 1,000% move today. 1,000% move today if you were playing the right options. And we actually played this a couple times today, and we extracted a nice couple of trades here. First one was right out of the gates here. We caught this break of 123. We actually missed some of this rip here, but this move right here was 125%, and then we had another a 50% gainer on the way up here, and traded it a couple other times, for small wins, but we didn't alert those, as they were just kind of quick trades and whatnot. But Alibaba printed today, so congratulations to everyone that was in this. This was super, super, super bullish. So great move out of Alibaba today. And China, we had some conversations about that today, but that is still a relatively interesting situation, just given the regulatory issues that they're potentially facing with China acting as their gatekeeper. So we'll see what happens with Alibaba, but it's notorious for pulling back, or rather gapping down, and it's actually at an interesting spot. So in terms of a bounce, tomorrow, that is definitely possible. That is Alibaba, BA. Congratulations, everyone. All right, next we have WEJO, WEJO. They had a little bit of news this morning, but the party was over right by the time we got here. So this morning you had this spike here to $8.88, and it was pretty interesting. But as you can see from the chart, it just kind of faded all day long and kind of gave some traders an opportunity like us this morning when it tried to break out on the intraday basis, and then you had some pretty bad red candles on this that made this thing flush a few times. And so it's definitely something that we'll just have to be mindful of, and look to maybe potentially swing this, as far as getting into this thing goes. So just be careful with it. But WEJO, we popped on the radar, we traded it. We were able to get out about the 30 cents or so, and so we're happy with that. If you think about the math on that, if we had 1,000 shares, then 30 cents would be $300. So it's a pretty significant amount of cash that can potentially be earned, depending on your situation. So WEJO, great trade today. Well, decent trade today. We didn't quite knock that out of the park, but green is good, right? So we'll take that every day. All right, next we have ISIG. This was one of the stars of today, and this is also a former runner, and interesting how they're moving around the same time. But you have this clear parabolic breakout from the $18 level all the way to over $21. So that was pretty nice, and we were able to, out of the couple of these moves in the morning, we were able to extract about $1.09 on ISIG. So congratulations to everyone that saw that trade alert and was able to participate, as this was a pretty big move for today. So it's ISIG, Insignia Systems. All right, so that is first portion. Now let's get into the bonus. So we have a new ticker on our radar, and that ticker is Home Depot. Home Depot. Hood. HOOD. And we're at an interesting level here. And now that we've broken below $16, similar to SoFi, SOFI, the fact that it's under $16, it presents a relatively interesting value proposition. And so we are going to be looking for this ticker Hood to essentially try to base out here and start to curl. We're looking for a next level, which should be pretty easy to attain, the 16.14, and the next 16.29, and those are kind of probably going to be seen as consolidation areas before that next breakout on the curl. Hopefully it doesn't happen in pre-market. It's a little more solid when it happens during market hours, but we will see. Now, Robinhood, again, this is the potential for us to start to look at accumulating a position. This is a little bit oversold, and the things that they have in their pipeline are pretty remarkable. So we'll see what happens with Hood, but definitely don't want to catch this falling knife, right? So want to wait for it to base out and settle out, almost like what it did here, except it still was an overall downtrend. But yeah, so we'll keep an eye out on Hood and see, and look for some more alpha. All right, so that is all the tickers for today, and we want to know what you guys are trading. So go ahead and leave a comment below. Let us know what you're working on. Let us know if you need any help. You can post charts in our chat room. So definitely give us a follow. If you enjoy this content, like, subscribe. But you can find us at FREIBA on all platforms. But you can reach out to us, wherever works best for you. And of course, click the link below. Join the community. Our team and members are growing really fast, so we want to make sure that we continue to provide value to you guys, and so any feedback would be helpful. But come in, chat, hang out, drop a message, let us know what stickers you're looking at. You can post charts in our chat room and the whole nine. So I look forward to having you there. Definitely appreciate all the support. Thank you very much for tuning in to Finding Tickers. And watch, this will be out in the morning. We'll see you then. Thank you.